dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 155. I can't drive 55.
What about 155?
Well, I've never driven 155. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good.
Lorenzo's here. We're at the home studio.
Woo.
Holy smokes. We are...
back in the groove.
Yeah, look at this. We're coming up on, 3 years? Something here?
Pretty close. I think I got to look at the dates, but yeah, I think we're coming
look
up.
Look that up, Lorenzo, and see what's going on here.
Coming up on our 3-year anniversary.
Holy smokes.
We gonna throw a party? Oh, every week's a party.
It's always a party. Every podcast is a party, Chris. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hell yeah. So what's
at least that's the way Lorenzo treats them.
Right. What have you been up to?
Oh my gosh. It's summer's kicking in. It's getting busy. Days are longer, which means the work days are longer.
They are. And
I do a lot of lighting, so it's like you're doing lighting adjustments at night, and it doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock, and it's like, okay.
And can't you put sunglasses on?
Yeah, during the day.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah, that works out real well.
Okay. Welding glasses.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'll really darken it up.
Perfect.
Anyways, so just working away, long days, but did get to hook up with D-Mill. He was in the Bay Area.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, so he called me up.
What brought him down?
Well, his business.
Okay.
And he says, "Yeah, I'm checking out a project down in the Bay Area. Are you home?" And I'm like, "Well, no, I'm working, but what time are you done?" And he says, "I'll be done in the afternoon." I said, "All right, let me see how it goes here, how long this takes, but I should be home, at a decent hour." Okay. And so we connected after he got done, and I said, "Yeah," I can head home in about an hour, So I met him up at the house here, and so it was good. It was fun. We did a little bourbon tasting. He perused the collection, and
oh yeah,
I gave him free reign. He went in there and said, "Oh, let me try this, let me try that." And so I'm like, "Hey, but you need to try this." And so it was good. Ordered some pizza from our local pizza joint down the place. It's really good.
Oh, that one we ordered from?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good place.
Yeah, Pizza Maria, man.
Oh yeah.
Pizza Maria.
Never a bad pizza from there.
Yeah. Delivers in a little Mini Cooper.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Or
giant,
maybe it's
giant pizza.
It's a small car.
Cooper.
I don't know. It's a super small car. They are big pizzas.
Strapped into the roof.
Yeah, pretty much. So that was fun catching up with him. And
his wife bought we talked about that last week.
Yeah. She bought a race car, a trail Jeep that's a race car.
Yeah.
But so I guess she's going to try here at Prairie City coming up. Oh, yes. That'll be awesome, and for Megan, and hopefully she just falls in love with it, and then there'll be 2 racers in the family.
Seems to be something in the water.
It must be, but yeah. She rode, with Derek out there at the last Prairie City event.
Right.
The NorCal race.
Mm-hmm. Right seat.
And, maybe that just fueled the flames there.
Well, yeah. We'll see how things go. I'm looking forward to it. I know Wheeling Wine and Whiskey is going to be out at Prairie City.
Heck yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to watching.
Yeah, it's going to be badass. It's up close and personal with the carnage and
walking through the pits and chatting with everybody and checking out everything, and
nothing like the smell of race fuel in the morning.
Well, yes, exactly, and just hearing those cars light off in the morning, and it won't be as cold as King of the Hammers in the morning.
What are you gonna do in 10 years when it's all electric cars?
I don't know.
Cry?
I will. I'll have to listen to. I'll put my earbuds in and have a big block
recorded big block sounds.
Yeah, just big block sounds.
What are you listening to?
Blown big block sounds.
My vinyl record recording of big block sounds. Blown big block sounds. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, good stuff. And then we got Safety Clinic coming up after the race. So oh yeah,
looking forward to that. That's sold out.
Sold out.
But always a good time down there. I understand we're going to have a past racer from Ultra4 that's going to be down there.
Formerly known as
Kevin Jones. Ultra4
right.
Jones. So that'll be fun.
So you're going to have the sidekick?
I don't know. That's the plan, I think.
Banging and clanging on that.
Been working on the axles, and I think he's pretty much got that thing wrapped up. So, yeah, be interesting to see that. If he's going to, just cruise around and just...
So he's going to have to drive it up because he doesn't have a tow rig yet.
Oh, he doesn't? Oh, that's right.
Unless he's in a tow with the Jeep.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or the RV.
He's got the RV.
That's
got
right.
the RV.
I mean, he could flat tow the Jeep.
Yeah.
Wouldn't even know it's back
Piece of
there.
cake.
Well, I can't wait to see you and Mallory. It's going to be awesome.
Me and Mallory? Or Kevin and
Kevin.
Mallory?
I'm talking to Kevin.
Oh, you're talking to Kevin.
Because Kevin listens to the show.
Well, you're looking
Kevin.
at me.
No, I can't wait to see you and Mallory, Kevin.
Okay. There you go.
So, right on.
Just clarifying.
Jeez. Really? So, yeah, a lot of man, summer is ramping up like you said earlier. We've got a lot
Birthdays
of things
coming up.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be, what, 50?
50.
Man, we're hearing a lot of 50. We got 50 in the 50 plugs in the giveaway.
In the
kit.
giveaway, yes, and the Morrflate giveaway tire repair kit.
That's right.
50 plugs.
That's
a nice segue.
That.
Yeah, don't forget to sign up for that. That's going to end here on the 20th.
That's right.
Real soon. Just 2 weeks. We're just doing a quickie on this one.
Quickie, you like
in and out, done.
Just the tip.
Yep. Yeah.
So how do you sign up for that? Oh, you're drinking wine. So it's going to be done on IG and through
Just took a little sip.
So we got a lot of business we're going to just kind of slam all together. So it's on the IG. You can also, if you're a patron or if you're new to our
Barrel Society on the Irate
4x4.com, you got automatic entry into it. If you're not on that, you can enter on the IG. Make sure you tag Morrflate and you tag Wheeling Wine and Whiskey and 3 friends.
Yep.
And then, you're in. And you can enter as many times as you want. And what's the fine print on that, Jason?
Fine print must be 18 years or older. We will ship in the lower 48. If you're outside the lower 48, then you'll have to pay the additional shipping charges.
That's right.
And
so if you live on Mars, you're shit out of luck because I don't know if there's any freight to that place.
Elon Musk. You can enter as many times as you'd like. And then, of course, all our... we're just going to call them Barrel Society members now.
That's right.
Are automatically entered. So, and depending on the tier that you're in, $5 tier, get 5 entries, $10 tier, 10 entries, and $15 tier, you will have, $20 tier, you'll have 20 entries. Ooh. So there you go. Automatically. You don't have to do anything. It's automatic. Lorenzo took care of it all. Don't worry.
He's the man.
He took care of it all.
No, he's not the man.
He's
the donkey.
He's the ass.
He's the ass of the operation.
Okay, well, that's a good segue there. So, yeah, get that in. And then, of course, we'll give an update on the clinic.
Yep.
That's always a good time down there.
Absolutely. We always record at the clinic.
Yes.
Maybe we can do it sober this time.
You think so?
I don't drink anymore.
No.
After my last adventure, I gave up.
That's perfect. Let's see here. Shannon Campbell's calling right now.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, we had Randy call last podcast. Now we got Shannon calling. What's going on?
Well, we must be the king podcast.
The king. We're gonna have to rename the King podcast.
3 kings. 3. This is like Christmas.
Wait, no. Let's see if we get the trifecta. We get Sheer to call on the next one.
The manger. The 3 kings. So hey, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we just covering a bunch of different topics. But
I can't talk to you now. Right now, Shannon. We'll call you later.
Wow, you're brushing off a king. Holy moly! Have you heard about Jeep's new engine that's coming out?
The Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Is it Hurricane or Hurricane?
Hurricane. No, it looks like it's Hurricane. I guess they thought it might be a typhoon, but that was...
But they call Hurricane, Utah is where Sand Hollow is.
Right.
Because the wind blows there occasionally, apparently.
Apparently.
We've never experienced it. It's always been absolutely perfect while we've been there.
Or
except for that one time.
Or Johnson Valley. It doesn't blow there either.
Mm-mm.
So no, a lot of people that are Jeep purists kind of cried when the inline 6 engine that was in the 4-liter engine
the 4-liter engine
was ended.
4-liter engine.
They ended it.
Which who just got one of those, acquired a 4-liter engine with a Jeep around it?
Who?
The Samurai James.
No.
And Lady Samurai are now Jeepin' James and Jeepin' Rhonda.
Holy smokes.
Did you know that?
Jeepin' James and Jeepin' Rhonda?
Yeah.
Wow.
They got a TJ.
Not
Inline?
I don't believe it until I see pictures.
Inline 4.0 stick shift. It's got a lift. It's got it came with a bunch of extra parts, RCV axles.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Is he gonna wheel that thing on the Rubicon?
well, that's the plan. Is some of these quote unquote easier runs, but they want to be able to drive to some of the trails. And have a streetable rig,
especially with
that
diesel
can do
being $7
some trail. Yeah, and then of course you still got Black Betty, and then I rumor is Old Blue, my Old Smoky, might be up for sale.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, hit up Samurai James on the IG if you feel like buying a Samurai. It might be a really well set up trail buggy.
It's proven that rig has been over all the hard trails.
Yeah, it goes.
Been all over.
And I think it's on its third engine or something. So
something like that.
But you can change the engine.
Well, apparently those Suzuki engines are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, you can.
Amber just changed out hers.
Anybody can carry one around in a backpack. so
backpack.
Back to the Hurricane Inline 6.
Yeah.
The renewal, the revitalization of the Inline 6 from Jeep and Ram and Dodge. I know you hate Dodges, but
what?
And Rams. But anyway, this is going to be a new. I know everybody's talking about electrification of cars and whatnot, but thank God Stellantis is still sticking with the internal combustion engine and upping their game. So this is going to be in multiple trims, and it's going to be in a lot of their fleet, and a lot of their cars in their fleet.
Okay.
From what I've been reading, it's going to be initially introduced in the Grand Wagoneer, which is like the big highfalutin, high-lux, $100,000 mega Cherokee. I don't know if you've seen pictures of this thing, it's super high-tech. It's got basically a glass cockpit, and I guess it has screen.
Really? Heads-up display?
Well, for both front and rear passengers have screens. All four passengers have screens, and it's like a continuous screen from the driver over to the front passenger with the waterfall center stack.
Really?
Is all touch screens. It's like over $100,000 for these things. It's stupid.
Hashtag Chris money.
Right. These things will never go off road. They're like, for a high
don't say never. We've seen some beautiful rigs go through the safety clinic. That's true,
but I think you see more of them in the mall or country club parking lot.
Yeah.
But so this engine is supposed to be pretty badass. I guess it's double overhead cam. They have different trim or different power outputs, and it's the twin turbo, and they have like a standard output and then a high output.
Okay.
And it's a 3-liter displacement engine, and they say the standard output is going to put out 400 horsepower and 450 pound-feet of torque.
What?
Yeah, dude, that's standard output. And then the high output variant will offer more than 500 horsepower and 475 pound-feet.
Hello.
Yeah, that's V8 numbers, dude. So that's some serious stump pulling shit going on right
and
there.
Still getting some fuel economy too at the same time, probably.
I would think. And it's it's that inline 6 torque monsters, and they're smooth. They're always inline or 6-cylinder inline engines are very, very smooth. They're naturally balanced, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just torquey.
Yep.
Torquey.
So that's kind of cool news, and I'm really looking forward to checking these things out. If we make it down to SEMA this year, I'd really like to take a look at the Jeep booth and pop my head under the hood of these things and see what's what, and talk about it.
Yeah.
But I know there's a whole bunch of news that just dropped about.
We need to talk about
SEMA. And
Is that it on the that engine?
That's all I've got, unless you want to talk more about it.
Well, I was curious, so I just looked up here. Lorenzo just passed this over to me. So the 4-liter inline 6 created 190 horsepower.
Right. And that was naturally aspirated.
Yep. And then torques. You can't handle the torques. 235 foot-pounds at 3,200 RPM. Right. So,
I mean, good numbers back in the 80s and 90s.
Yep.
But not so good.
This was 2006. It's spec'd out here. Wrangler SE. So the TJ. Yeah. Well, Jeep Alphabet here.
They killed the engine because it just couldn't meet emission standards.
Yeah.
Even though that design engine it started out originally as the Slant 6 way back in the day, right? I mean, so
Well, and the slant six, and then my CJ5, 74 CJ5 had a 258 straight six in it.
Right. No, there's a long history of straight sixes and they're bulletproof. I mean, I have 156,000 miles on the one in my Wrangler, and I trust that engine to get me through anything.
Oh yeah.
Obviously I maintain it.
Great four-wheeling engine.
But it starts every time I mean, now, of course, probably cursing myself.
Yeah, there you go.
But I trust that engine, and a lot of people are the same way. So, but big game changer. God, what are the numbers? Are stupid.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So, I'd like to see what obviously 0 to 60 numbers are not going to be like any of these electric SUVs, like the Hummer EV that's $110,000 and weighs 9,000 pounds.
Shit. Crazy.
I wouldn't want to be hit by one of those things, that's for sure. No. A 9,000 pound block of steel that can accelerate from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing.
So yeah, if anybody you want to continue the conversation, obviously one of the ways to do that is to after this episode drops, you can go into the forums in the irate4x4.com,
right,
where our episode drops, and we can have a discussion about this or any other topic that we talked about during this episode.
It's super cool. I'm starting to get more active here on the irate forum website here, and I'm loving it, man. There's some good entertainment value here too, and some really solid information.
Oh yeah.
So I was active in Pirate back in the day, and then when it started going away and not as good, then here we are. Austin brought this back, so
it lives. It
lives. Oh, it's super cool. I mean, right now there's 400 plus people online.
Wow.
So in our 4-wheel drive community, all walks of life here, from Chevys, Land Rovers, Mercedes, Toyotas. I mean, look at this. Yeah. I'm sure
Toyotas.
The Jeep people outnumber here, though. But
of course,
yeah. So check it out. Super cool. And it's free to join. You can just sign up for free. But of course, you want to go over and support us. You can hit us up on the old. Once you sign up, you can hit the what's that? Account upgrade.
Account upgrades.
Yeah, when you hit your profile there that you create, you can hit account upgrades and then go in and just go right past Snail Trail 4x4 podcast and then click on the old Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey, and then you're right there.
Speed right past me.
So you can hit purchase for any of those that strike fancy, and greatly appreciated. Here, yes. Chris and I, and Lorenzo, actually, look, he's giving a little high hoof over here, so tail's wagging.
Oh, yeah, no, he needs more bourbon.
Yeah, that's good. So, all right. What else? Well, we got some voicemails. You want to go into voicemails right now?
Sure, let's do some voicemails, and then we're going to talk about SEMA a little bit.
Okay, yeah, we do need to talk about that. We did do a little segue there. That's interesting news, but let's go into... So, we ended with Rover Don.
Are you plugged in?
Last podcast. I am plugged in, and we are ready to go. You ready?
I am.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, hello. Is this the Snail Trail complaint line?
Is this Rover Don again?
I'm just calling to complain about last Friday's episode. There was an awful lot of overlander talk on there. We were talking about camping trailers and artificial turf and solar panels and awnings and so much stuff. Just wasn't right. Nonstick cookware and induction cooktop. This is not rock crawling. It's not even rock landing. I'm telling you guys, if you're going overlanding, it just ain't right. So there you go. There's my Snail Trail complaint. Talk to you guys later.
You had the wrong number.
No, this is the complaint line.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that's if you go to the Snail Trail, podcasts, in the description of each episode, and then the links that are in the, to that episode or stuff. And our number is their complaint line. Well, you didn't know that?
Maybe we should reverse ours and do that.
No, that's all right. That's fine. It's good. I'm glad that Don's calling in though with a complaint.
Yeah, they're giving us more. That's more
legit.
I like it.
That's legit. All the overloader talk. All right, let's see. We got one more here.
Okay,
it's a quickie. Rip. I think it's from Don again.
What?
Oh yeah. Snail Trail complaint line. Yeah, I almost forgot the secret password. Toyota suck. That's all. Thank you.
Wait, I'm going to play that one again because that was a good one.
Oh, yeah. Snail Trail complaint line. Yeah, I almost forgot the secret password. Toyota suck. That's all. Thank you.
Might become a soundbite.
Toyota suck. All right, there it is. Well, thanks, Don, for calling in to the Snail Trail complaint line. Oh, that's good.
You guys might want to rethink that,
Oh, too funny. Too funny. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, so feel free to give us a call, and anytime. It's 24 hours. That phone line is open. Nobody's going to answer it. It goes directly to voicemail. Lorenzo usually screens the calls, but he hasn't been doing a very good job of it, so we've been just letting it happen. Letting it happen.
That number is 408-800-5169.
That's correct. 408-800-5169. Give us a ring-a-ding and leave us a voicemail. We love the funny ones. And I reached out to some of our celebrity guests in the past. Yeah. Yeah, we had Chris Farley call in, so that was cool. So, I'm trying to get Schwarzenegger to call back.
What about Walken?
Well, and Christopher Walken is just an absolute classic.
Walken freezer.
Only cooler. Only cooler. You started off that episode a couple episodes ago, and that was great.
Oh yeah, that's always in
that Walken intro there.
Yeah, keep our listeners guessing.
Walking right into that intro. That's a great freaking intro. I love that one. So Johnny has done a wonderful job. Dirtbag Clothing. So shout out to Johnny for doing all our intros there. But Walken, that was a little change up there.
Second time we've used it.
Surprised.
Yeah, right on. Well, you never know what you're going to get. Life is like a box of chocolates.
That's right. So head on over to, speaking of Dirtbag, head on over to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.com. And you can click on our merchandise page, and that will direct you over to the Dirtbag, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Dirtbag page. Get
all
you
of
yourself
our cool stuff.
A hat, our Ultra4 koozie, their third version koozie there, the ultimate koozie.
Mega koozie. What do we call that?
Ultra mega koozie.
That's right.
And those we've been seeing out in the wild on the side of rigs going down the highway, and they're not going anywhere.
No, they're stuck. Use them to pull dents out.
Yeah. You can get shirts, and I know somebody just put in an order for shirts and sweatshirts and a hat.
Really?
And a koozie. Yeah. I was like, right on. Nice lineup there. Somebody's representing. You saw our buddy Tyson, he was doing a little Washington, D.C. tour.
Yeah, right in front of the White House.
Right in front of the White House with a Wheeling Wine and Whiskey hat. So that was
cool.
Good. So nice job, Tyson. Thanks for representing us out there. Appreciate that. That's freaking great. So, yeah, there it is. Crowd's a little delayed tonight, but they're there. They're there.
Yep.
So it's always fun seeing people wearing our stuff or stickers on rigs and
all over the world.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Yeah.
I think even the Lincoln Memorial, man.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah. So there you go. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So on to other things. So let's talk about SEMA a little bit.
SEMA, we haven't been for a couple years.
I know. I'd like to go this year, but man,
I was thinking I was going to go too till I heard this news.
I know that hits you pretty close to home.
Very close to home. If they're not going to be there, I don't want to be there.
And they have one of the biggest representations. I mean,
Ford out front.
Oh yeah,
big
it's
inside.
massive.
I mean, it's just it's the drifting. I mean, it's just like holy smokes.
So if you haven't figured it out yet, Ford made an announcement that they are not going to be at SEMA 2022 down in Las Vegas this year.
They checked no on the RSVP. Sorry, will not attend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's a big impact. I mean, like you said, they have a lot of real estate that they take over.
So, they probably, I mean, I'm just assuming, but this is here's I'm thinking out loud. So COVID hit, SEMA didn't happen in 2020, right?
I think that's right.
So 2021 it happened. And
it was weak.
It was weak. And so, just like everything else we've seen in this world, people have been forced to step back and look and evaluate and go, well, what was once important might not be important anymore.
Right.
Impotent.
Like going to work.
Okay. So there's that. That's a whole nother podcast right there. But anyways, So, you got to imagine these Ford executives are sitting around this round table and just going, okay,
It might be oval.
Ooh, an oval table. I like that, Chris.
Nice. Just think about it.
Well done. Well done. That's good. You're a Ford fan down deep. But they got to be talking about this, and I mean, who knows how many millions of dollars they're throwing at this SEMA deal, because
it's a giant marketing campaign.
Well, yeah, and the displays alone, I mean, are just crazy. Anyways, and they're going, well, we came back after this or during the tail end of this pandemic, and had a presence again, and just not seeing an ROI, maybe on the thing, return on investment there. And there's somebody threw out there, hey, well, maybe we just don't go and we don't play in that pool anymore. They're still involved with SEMA, but not at that level, and then just to pull out their display totally and that whole, I mean, they were the king of out front.
Hall. Well, Central Hall, the upper areas of the Central Hall there. I mean,
yeah.
And then you're right, out front with the drifting thing. I mean, huge. Now, don't be mistaken. There's going to be a shit ton of Ford vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
Are going to be there, whether Mustangs or Mach-E's or trucks.
Hello, Bronco. There's going to be so many Bronco aftermarket parts on rigs.
Ford is going to be well represented all throughout the show. Ford corporate is just not going to have a booth.
That's crazy. So that's ginormous.
Yeah.
It put some serious ripples, cannonball in the pool of SEMA pool.
Well, I mean, if you think about the big car, I mean, the other big announcement is Honda has also pulled out of SEMA. So
right.
And I don't remember their presence being huge. I mean, where was their booth? If I remember correctly, it was in the corner.
It's at the back corner,
But I mean, they're nowhere near as big as Ford's.
No, they got some lawnmowers there and generators.
They were showing off that side by side that they introduced. Which
that is
badass.
cool. They're side by side. They do a lot of. They're obviously brand big.
Talon, I think it is.
Yeah, the Honda Talon. Look at you, go nice.
So with Honda pulling out, who else is? I mean, will Toyota follow suit? Will Chevrolet follow suit?
Yeah, or who's going to step into that Ford premier area? Somebody's going to take that out front area.
Well, we'll see who. Maybe we'll see who does. It might be Tesla.
Maybe it'll be Jeep.
Yeah, with their Hurricane engine.
Yeah, and they're going to be the 392. They're going to be out there just roasting off tires.
Yeah,
four-wheel drift.
Nice.
Anyways, that is crazy, and I was looking forward to going this year, but maybe I'll still go. I don't know, but that just kind of tells you where it's headed.
Yeah, well, we always make a big trip out of going down there. I think we usually are 3 nights, and I think that if we go, maybe we just make it one night, overnight, fly in take the early morning flight in,
do a 48-hour.
Just get a freaking.
We don't even have to get a room.
Yeah, we'll just walk all night.
Yeah,
just like you get those flappers that give the cards out on the strip. We're done with the show. We'll just we'll sit out and give out the cards to the strippers.
Earn a few bucks. Perfect.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, SEMA's always been exciting. You see a lot of cool builds and a lot of Bluetooth drive lines and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be so. I mean, to think about how the marketing changed with during the pandemic and the people's how they access information. I mean, remember during the pandemic, a lot of cars were introduced by YouTube and stuff like that. So
virtually.
And they found that they had a very good viewing audience and response to those. So maybe that's part of what's playing into it, I think. And like you said, it's that operation to move that many vehicles and that much personnel and have them and house them and whatnot at SEMA for a week. I mean, just the moving in, it's millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I mean, I would love to still go and just check it out, but definitely take some of the wind out of the sails there of enthusiasm to go.
Well, I mean, also what does that say for the rest of the trade show industry? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know a lot of other trade shows have died.
We've seen it.
Look at the golf industry show.
Oh, we've seen it. Yeah, everything. It's just.
So is this the beginning of the end for SEMA? I don't know.
I don't know. They're going to have to refigure this one out, but there you go. So yeah.
All right.
Well, there you go. That's interessante.
Yeah. Well, then speaking. I mean, this is kind of the truck accessory, car accessory, SEMA talk. I mean, whatever episode. But one of the things that I've been doing with, I went to a corporate getaway last week, and I drove my Chevy Colorado with my golf clubs and everything and luggage and whatnot. And
the Colorado.
Drove up to the Santa Rosa area, Petaluma, Santa Rosa, and one of the things I kind of realized as I was bopping along in my truck is I had the golf clubs in the back seat. And you're rattling around as I'm, kind of going over bad roads in California.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's annoying. So I was thinking, man, I want to be able to put these in the bed.
First world problems over here, Chris. The golf clubs are rattling in the back seat. I don't even know where my golf clubs are anymore. Jesus.
Fuck. Really? You're going to do that?
I don't know.
So I'm thinking, this is a pickup. I should be able to throw my stuff in the bed of the truck and have it be secure, relatively secure and safe, right?
Right.
So I started looking at bed covers, and I kind of threw it out to our personal,
our texting group.
Texting group.
Yeah.
And a couple of you responded back with backflip.
Yep.
So I looked them up. And they look cool. I mean, there's the rigid 3-section hard bed cover that locks. So I'm going to look into it. It's a little spendy, but I think that the way I've accessorized the truck, and I want to kind of have it, not so if I want to go someplace with 2 or 3 or 4 passengers, although the back seat's not really, I mean, it's bigger than the extra cab, but it's because it's a crew cab. But I think if you're a 6 foot tall man, you're not going to You're not going to be happy back there.
Jimmy ain't going back there.
Oh, Jimmy'd be fine.
Jimmy's fine. Just roll him up.
Anyway, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. But if anybody has any other suggestions about what their experiences are with other style bed covers,
right,
I'd be interested to hear. And you can email me at chris@wheelingwineandwhiskey.com or DM Jason, and he'll get that information to me.
Right on, yeah.
Wheeling Wine Whiskey. The other thing I want to talk about is I've always, and I'm a fan now because I bought it. I'm not, nothing was given to me. I'm not a sponsor in any way, shape, or form, but I've been looking for the ultimate phone mount or accessory mount for my Ram to hold the, so, we've talked about it before. We have ham radios, and our ham radio, the control unit is separate from the
you just have the display screen and everything. It's just a little,
touch screen,
small, thin, easy,
the mounts on the dash.
Yeah, remote, and then the business end of the ham radio is put away, hidden,
right,
secure.
So I've never had a real strong vibration-free stuff that just didn't jiggle around and fall off all the.
Well, that's from that Dodge motor there rattling around. But go ahead.
Right. So anyway, finally, I saw a company called Bullet Point Mounting Solutions. And they had a custom mount that goes up on the part of the dash that's custom built for. They have them for Ford, and they have them for Ram. They have them for Toyota, and I think Jeep, and I don't know if any for Chevrolet. But anyway, I bought the setup. It was $100. I ended up spending around about $100, and I got this double ball deal with their little thing. I'll put pictures on. I'll have Jason put pictures on the Instagram.
Giggity.
But man, I took the trip up to the wedding for the first time.
Yeah.
So I have 2 mounting locations. One holds the control unit for the ham radio, and the other holds the monitor from my rear view camera that's mounted on my camper.
Oh.
So it's not, it's in my line. This whole thing sets up so it's not blocking the windshield, but I can flick my eyes over to the right, and I can see my stereo screen with my GPS going on, and I can see what's happening behind me, and I can see what's happening on the ham radio with a quick look. all in a very close location of each other.
Hashtag Overlander.
And it nothing moves. It's super tight.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think I found, after a long search, I think I found the solution. We'll post pictures about it. We're not sponsored. I've been given nothing from them, but bulletpointmountingsolutions.com. I'm really impressed with this stuff. Pretty cool.
Nice. Well, the true test will be going in Meadow Lake Road.
Yeah, that's true.
See how it holds up there.
No, actually, we'll be on a road that's worse than that before I go to Meadow Lake.
Oh, what's that?
Cienega Road.
Oh, yeah. Going into freaking Hollister. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's paved, but it would be better gravel.
Right.
Holy smokes, you're right.
I mean,
that is bad.
Because we're doing that road at like 30, 35, and it's just boom, bam, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
safety clinic. Yeah, you gotta throttle way back there. Holy smokes! So you're right. That is worse.
So we'll see how it goes. But I'm impressed so far, and I'm gonna promote it without being promoted.
Unsolicited.
That's the word I was looking for.
Just a wholesome, good review there.
And for Toyota Tacoma, so the Overland crowd might love them too.
There it is. There it is.
All right. So what do you got? You got anything to talk about?
Well, let's see. What else? In my travels through the Sierras, you got those in California here. When they're doing road construction, they put up the banners, the flags, the diagonal. It's not a diamond. What is it? It's
the diamond that's on the side of the road that says road construction.
Yeah, road construction ahead with some orange flags. They're diamonds?
Yeah.
Okay. Call it a diamond sign, something like that. And so,
a crooked square.
Yeah. Square up on end point. Yeah, it's only got four sides.
It's also known as a diamond.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Well, there you go. And so I'm cruising up Highway 88.
Uh-huh.
And it says emergency scene ahead.
Emergency scene
ahead. Have you ever seen an emergency scene?
So that's
a head sign.
SEEN.
Yeah, exactly.
SCENE.
Correct.
No, I've never seen a sign.
I hadn't either.
That said scene.
And I'm like, well, wow.
Say that 10 times.
Yeah.
Please.
So, sure enough, they got orange cones out in the sign, and then I come around the corner, and there's a semi truck that was coming down Highway 88 that lost its load. So it was hauling scrap metal. It was a big 10-wheeler.
Uh-huh.
And she laid it over on the side, and there was scrap metal everywhere off the highway. But they were still cleaning that up, so it must have happened at night. I'm assuming, because I was coming through in the morning.
Looking for scrap.
No, but there was some good scrap metal in there, man. There was some aluminum and stuff. I'm like, damn, maybe I'll stop and throw a few in the camper.
Right.
But I'd never seen that before. Emergency scene ahead.
There's some guys like, man, I've been waiting to use this.
Yeah, I know. It's like, do we have any of those emergency scene signs?
Well, as a matter of fact, let me look in the back corner of the room here.
Should call up Samurai James and see if they have any over there.
Well, we should ask Samurai James what other unusual signs we've never seen.
That's right. Maybe there's some other signs there, like
murder scene ahead.
Nice.
Get your cameras out.
Or Yotard ahead.
Rock landing scenery.
Caution. Overloader ahead.
Oh, Jesus. No, that's pretty trippy. So were they single laning and everything? And
Prius ahead.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, it was super just cleanup crew there. It was, it's in a rural area, so it wasn't like high traffic zone, but
well, I bet you the guy had to change his underwear, though, losing your brakes in the Sierras.
Yeah, the tractor was gone, so it had already been hauled off, but the trailer was still there on its side with its load scattered everywhere. So, yeah, anyways. And then coming back down, I came down Highway 50, and that's where that fire ripped through, that Caldor fire.
Oh, yeah.
Holy smokes. Now that the snow's melted off pretty much, and you can really see the devastation. It just totally just ripped through those areas, especially by the ski resort, Sierra Ski Ranch. Sierra Tahoe, it's called now.
Tahoe.
So that section, and so obviously they've been cutting all these burned up trees along the highway so they don't fall on the highway. And guess who's doing a lot of that work?
Gomez family.
Yeah, Mountain Enterprises are right there. So I see their trucks all over the Bay Area and stuff too. But yeah, they had some cool equipment up there on the hillside, harvesting those logs and all that timber. So clearing that out. So, anyways, shout out to the Gomez brothers paying for the race cars.
That's right. Well, cleaning up people's people that shouldn't have started forest fires.
They're raking the forest. They're raking the forest,
cleaning up the mess. Well, I went up there when just before King of the Hammers when we interviewed or spoke with Randy and Amber. When I drove up to go to the bomber warehouse there, bomber factory,
bomber fab.
Bomber fab,
hangar. The hangar is the word that you want to buy a vowel.
But I mean, when I was driving on 50, and I was just like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I mean, now that it's probably getting more and more cleared out, there's gonna be some pretty cool views, but that's not really what that road's about.
No.
I mean, it's supposed to be kind of that canopy.
It was always fun. Well, it still is fun driving up Highway 50, but it's just, it's totally different now. Those sections. There's other sections that weren't touched, and you're like, oh, no problem.
Right. We have to pop in and check out Silver Fork and see how devastating.
Yeah, that, and then hopefully get to go to Barrett this year.
Well, Barrett didn't get burned, but I think Wrights Lake Road is still closed.
Yeah, it was close to it.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to. The trail was open for a week or two, and then they shut it down, and then the fires happened, and
smoke. Yeah,
it was so smoky, and then the fires, and
I know that the Snail Boys tried to go in, I think, and they got turned back.
Well, it's just so smoky.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, well, this. Oh man, I hate to think of how this season's going to be. Hopefully,
Well, see what it is,
Hopefully
it is what it is. We can't do a whole lot about it. Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's right. Smokey the
You
Bear.
and PG&E.
PG&E.
Oh, sorry. Too soon? I don't know.
Hey, why'd the lights just turn off?
It's like a... there goes a podcast. Get the Zoom. No, I mean, but people are just starting to accept it, which I don't think that's the right attitude. It's, they're just like, oh, that's the new norm. Well, it doesn't have to be, No. We don't, it's, be responsible with your campfires and, obviously winds and electrical lines, that's a whole nother issue, but man, that's just, holy smokes.
Holy smokes. So speaking of that, this is the season starting up. So you want to go get your campfire permits?
Yes. So you can go online through the is it through the U.S. Forest Service there, Chris, or who do you go through to get those? I know you can do it online. You gotta watch a video and then answer like 5 questions. They're multiple guess questions.
I'm looking here.
It's super straightforward. I mean,
I'm looking here. It's readyforwildfire.org. Is one of the places you can go to get your campfire permit. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Forest Service.
Well, let's see. I mean, that's one of them. And then they have a user CAL FIRE app. Let's see here. Okay, so you can go to plan.readyforwildfire.org.
No. You're looking at ads or something.
No, dude, this is CAL FIRE's website. I don't know. We'll get more information and post it up either with the minutes for this.
Put it in the show notes there.
Show notes. But yeah, this is a great time. You can Google it, California fire permit. It's a 5-minute video. You would just watch the video real quick. And then there's this real simple quiz. And at the end of that, you can print out and you should print it out and have what do they call it? A wet signature.
Oh, you're right. It is right. Oh, let's not get, that's a whole nother trail deal. Yeah. So readyforwildfire.org.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
And then it comes right up and then right here, campfire tips, and you click on that and that's how you get your campfire permit right there on their homepage. So
try to have a hard copy with you. If not, make sure it's on your phone.
Yeah, with a wet signature.
And
if you don't know what a wet signature is, listen to Snail Trail, whatever episode that was.
Exactly. But definitely get your campfire permit.
I'm going to go ahead and do mine right now
because you need it to be able to even have a propane stove or a propane barbecue.
Even to cook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true. So really. The more you know. Exactly.
All right.
Well, there you go.
We're just trying to spread the word,
Mm-hmm.
And then just a little bit more. A couple things I'd like to talk about. So Oceano Dunes had a court loss.
Yeah.
I guess they'd sued, or Friends of Oceano Dunes had filed to prevent more acreage from being closed down because of dust. And I guess that was they didn't win that. So that acreage is getting shut down or is not going to be allowed to be reopened.
Right.
I mean, we've been hearing great news about great progress with different wins that the Friends of Oceano Dunes have had against the California Coastal Commission and all the other agencies. I mean, the big one that was huge was all the different agencies that are well funded that were shut down that from filing, litigation against Friends of Oceano Dunes.
Right.
And, these well-funded groups like, Sierra Club and, of course, California Coastal Commission, and then the Center for Biodiversity, which is, they're powerful. I mean, the golf industry has gone to battle against these guys too. They go against everybody that disagrees with their beliefs, and their beliefs are pretty much stay the fuck out of anything and let nature do its thing.
There you go.
So, so that's kind of a bad news. So everybody just continue to support, go to the Friends of Oceano Dunes website or their Facebook page. And I believe there's a location where you can make donations to help fight the fight, because they certainly need funding to continue to pay their lawyers and their lobbyists.
Right. Right.
And, it's just that it doesn't seem like that battle's ever going to end. There's the people that are fighting against the continuing the operations of recreating on the dunes seem to have bottomless pockets. So
unfortunately, I got to keep fighting the good fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. What else do I have here? Let's see. We talked about that. Okay.
I got one more thing.
Oh, you got one more thing.
Yeah.
All right. Do it.
So I know I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned in the last episode, I want to do a shout out to Dusty Drone.
Yes. I like the Dusty Drone.
Dusty Drone, he's super cool. He's a patron, but I mean, I got to look back and dig it up. Maybe he can repost it, but he was, I guess, I don't know the whole story, but he was tasked with, somebody wanted them to build a remote controlled car with a first person video camera on it.
That's right.
That they could go and do inspections on damaged buildings or something along those lines. And,
right.
And I don't know if you remember, a few years ago, I was when I was in a lot of pain and I didn't feel like I couldn't get in, and I said, my future of wheeling is going to be, wearing a pair of goggles with a Jeep with a remote controlled car with a first person video camera on it, and an inflatable Rubicon or inflatable Ford Ice Trail. And I would just sit and camp by the campfire and wheel my rig. Well, Dusty Drone, you may have put us one step closer to that reality.
Yeah.
All I need is a 6-pack of beer, my camping chair, my goggles, and a remote control on a car, and I'm wheeling, baby. and it's a lot cheaper than buying a Jeep and putting fuel in the goddamn thing.
That's true. That's very true.
And of course, they'll probably come back and say, you know how much that setup cost?
I was going to say that was not an inexpensive setup there, but very, very cool. I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. So, yeah, check it out at Dusty Drone. So it's all one word on the IG, DUSTYDRONE.
Yep.
Dusty Drone. And he's got a badass Baja Bug. I guess you'd call it a Baja Bug. It's highly modified.
Oh, yeah.
And badass. It's a race car.
It is a race car.
It's a race car.
And if you don't know who Dusty Drone is, he does a lot of the drone operations for doing King of the Hammers and other Ultra4 races. And I'm sure he freelances for a lot of other stuff throughout the year, too.
Yeah,
he
cleans gutters in his off time.
Does he?
Yeah. He sent out that video. I said, hey, you should use that thing to clean the gutters. And he did. He did a little hovered over the gutter.
No shit. I didn't see
blew
that.
the leaves out of it. That was
great.
a couple years ago.
That's cool.
Anyways, very cool. So don't forget, go on to IG there and sign up for the giveaway. Yeah, the May giveaway.
Tire repair kit
giveaway. Coming towards an end here soon. That tire repair kit giveaway, $125 value. Yours free just for participating.
That's right.
And then, of course, we've got the Ultra4 race coming up.
That's right.
And then did we already have the Ultra4 race?
No. What the hell? No, the Ultra4 race is coming up this weekend.
Okay, so it will be the Ultra4 race will be this weekend.
That's correct.
Sorry, we're time traveling.
Man, have another drink.
Edit.
Nice. Just making work for Chris.
Sorry.
I'm going to make Lorenzo edit this thing.
So we got the Ultra4 event coming up, and then the week after that, safety clinic. So
that's right.
Calendar's getting busy, Chris. Load them up. Get the grease gun out. Get the wrenches out. Nut and bolt that Jeep.
I got to put my rock lights on.
Air up those tires. Yeah, rock lights. Put fuel in the tank. Check the oil.
I did.
Top everything off and send it.
Send it.
Just send it.
If you want to get a hold of Jason or I, you can send emails to us, Chris or Jason at wheelingwinewhiskey.com. Don't forget about the IG, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey. Also, check out our website, wheelingwinewhiskey.com. And don't forget the phone number. What is that number, Jason?
That is 408-800-5169. 408-800-5169. Give us a call. Leave us a voicemail.
Woohoo!
Lorenzo may or may not answer the phone.
And don't forget to give us a review, a 5-star review, because you can get those stickers.
Yeah, we're sending out stickers. So I haven't sent any out lately. So go over to, even if you're not an Apple fan, you can go on to Apple and
That's right.
Podcast, Apple Podcasts, and you can leave us a review. And then hit me up on DM me or email me, Jason at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com, or hit up the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey IG page and say, hey, I'm such and such that just left a review, a 5-star review, and you guys are awesome. And I'll say, cool, thank you for listening. Appreciate your support. Yeah, if you put Toyotas suck, I'll give you 2 stickers. And with that, that's all I got.
Oh, boy, that's a good one. We're out.